Every time Murray makes a claim, you need to look it up, because if you look at the sources, when there are sources, you'll discover how he's misleading you. So he says, for example, that Israel is a pluralistic, multiracial, and multicultural society, but he won't tell you that Israel's prime minister says that Israel is the nation state of the Jewish people and only them, and is not a state of all its citizens. So he withholds information that contradicts the thesis. So he'll tell you that in 2008, Operation Cast Lead in Gaza was explicitly launched by Israel in order to stop the firing of rockets, but he doesn't tell you that Israel actually broke the ceasefire that was then in place. He will tell you that the IDF are morally superior to their enemies because while Hamas revels in its atrocities, Israel only commits them reluctantly. Says that none of the soldiers he met in Israel took delight in their task, but he doesn't tell us about all the evidence showing IDF soldiers celebrating gleefully the destruction of Gaza with just as much relish as the attackers on October 7th. Or he'll tell us that Hamas, because they are a death cult, because they are so depraved, attacked an ambulance on October 7th, and he quotes an Israeli saying that no one but Hamas would fire on an ambulance. That's the most horrible thing you could do. Well, what he doesn't tell us is that Israel itself has fired on a number of marked ambulances in Gaza. And in fact, the latest attack, which did come after Murray's book was written, but in that attack, Israel killed 15 medics, crushed their ambulances, buried them all in a mass grave, and then lied about the incident. So if shooting medics and shooting up an ambulance makes you as depraved as you can be, then what does that make Israel, who has done it on a scale even greater than the incident he's talking about on October 7th? So he'll tell you the stuff that supports his thesis. He won't tell you the mountain of stuff that undercuts it. All of which is to say that you can't trust Douglas Murray. That this is a guy who says people who talk about a conflict should know what they're talking about. They should put in the research. They should do the work. And his evidence is shoddy. He says things that just aren't true. You cannot trust what this man says.